Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more F1 My Team content here today, and we are back for another episode by popular demand because the last episode absolutely smashed it. So guys, a massive thank you for the support on the Russian Grand Prix. If you did miss it, I'll leave a link up in the top right hand corner of your screen. But today we are here for the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka, and as you guys know from Singapore, it's me versus George Russell for the World Drivers' Championship. Teammate versus teammate, because we already wrapped up the constructors and it's just a straight fight between us. And in the last few races, George has got the gap down to 48 points and less than 2 race wins. So he's putting the pressure on and I don't really have a huge response. So we need a big race here this weekend, guys. So if you're going to enjoy the episode, slap a like on it, subscribe for more daily F1 content, and let's see how the Japanese Grand Prix goes. Here we go then, guys, another race weekend, and we look at the weather forecast. Beautiful sunny skies all weekend. We also bring a ultimate upgrade this weekend to extend our gap over Mercedes, and again, you know, we're trying to see if we can max out the car performance by the end of the year to see what a maxed out car would look like. We've got another ultimate upgrade on the way, and with that we move into practice and what should be a relatively straightforward session. The session conditions from here today should carry over into qualifying and the race unless something dramatic happens. So yeah, it's all about making sure we get the car in the right window. And Japan, what a track. I absolutely love this place. You know, it's my favorite track along with Spa, but on the F1 game this track is a lot better quality and, you know, a much better recreation than Spa, so I definitely prefer this. And in the game in itself, this is my favorite track, and it's such a unique circuit and it's magical. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm always buzzing to race around here in career mode, and we end practice quickest of all ahead of George Russell, who is in second place. We score once again over 1,000 R&D points, and we're going to spend those at the end of the episode, so stay tuned for that. But that aside, we can now focus on the real thing this weekend, and that is qualifying. And we're now going to ramp up the engine performance, and we're going to see how this goes. So into qualifying, again, sunny conditions, no rain expected. The pressure's on. We need to deliver because Russell, out of I believe in the last 5 races, he's outscored me in 4 of them. So that's why the gap has got closer, and he's just been really quick. So this session is really important for us. Now, moving into my first qualifying run, and we're going for 3 runs in this session. I got a bit held by the racing point here, getting a bit of dirty air through a spoon curve, and then, to be fair, the racing point kind of made up for it by giving me a bit of a tow along the back straight as we just about get ahead, and now head away into the Casio triangle, the final chicane here. 3rd gear, easy does it, short shift to 4th, attack the curves, be aggressive, and then get the power down and run it up to the line as we open DRS. And it's going to be a 22.7, which was a decent lap, but only good enough for P4. And quite a way off the pace. We then move onto my second time lap, and I was nearly half a second up on this one, and I'm currently P10, so I need to improve here. Up to the line we go. We say purple 3rd sector, and we only move up to P8, so we're only getting 2 places, even though we improved by that margin. And then eventually, this was my final run in qualifying, and we're still in 8th place, but we need to improve, so this run is really important. But there's not a lot of time left in it. The previous lap was really good, so let's go for a full lap of Suzuka, guys, and hopefully you really enjoy it. And there we go, across the line, taking the shortest run, keeping the car nice and tight to the right-hand side. But unfortunately, we only gained 1 place and moved up to P7. Then eventually we got pushed back down to P8. So that's going to be our final qualifying result. The big shock, though, Alphatauri pick up a 1-2 front row lockout. Danny Kvyat, who won the last race in his home Grand Prix in Russia, gets pole position ahead of Lance Stroll. And that has to be one of the shocks of the season by far, especially around a power track like this one. Russell in third, he is on the second row with Hamilton alongside, and then it's Leclerc, Bottas, Verstappen between us, and then Albon and Ocon running at the top 10. So there you go then, that is your lot for qualifying, and we were 6/10 off in the end and half second off our teammate. So we've got it all to do in the race and the pressure is on. So let's jump into it. That's it for qualifying. We're now going to move into the Japanese Grand Prix.
Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Ise Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today in the Japanese Grand Prix? 18 corners make up a lap of the incredible figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit, with 10 to the right and 8 to the left, for a distance of 3.6 miles. Average lap speeds around here are fairly quick. If it stays dry, then expect somewhere in the region of 136 miles per hour. And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the lowdown for today's race. Let's talk about Martinez. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances, but what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another great race today.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Daniel Kvyat had a cracking day yesterday and will lead us off from pole position, with Lance Stroll alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Hamilton, Charles Leclerc and Bottas, Verstappen, Martinez, Albon and Esteban Ocon, Magnussen, Gasly, Sebastian Vettel and Norris, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Jack Aitken and Nicholas Latifi, Grosjean, De Vries, Perez and Mick Schumacher. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Here we go, guys. It's time for the Japanese Grand Prix. Now, we start from 8th place. We have both of the Alphatauris on the front row, which is incredible. They've found some real form lately. Kvyat won the last race. He's on pole again today, and he's got Gasly alongside. Actually, no, my bad. He's got Stroll alongside. So, yeah, not the two strongest drivers you'd think, but that car is working really well. And I do wonder, maybe for an experiment video, I might speak to Arav, but maybe the Alphatauri is the strongest car on the grid. I'm not sure. Either way, we start from P8, and strategy-wise, we're going to start on the soft compound tyres, of course, that we qualified on, and then move on to the mediums. And fuel-wise, I've underfueled by 0.2, so just slightly under on the fuel side. I feel confident. I think we've got a good car. I definitely think we can win the race. There's no reason why not. But we need to have a good first stint on the soft tyres. So let's jump into it. Let's see how the race goes, and let's try and bring home a good bag of points and, crucially, outscore George Russell. Here we go. Let's see what kind of race start we get as we build up the revs here to the 5 red lights. And there's lights out and away we go. Verstappen gets a shocker of a start. Meanwhile, Albon gets a flyer, so contrasting starts of Red Bull. Albon goes around the outside. I wasn't really aggressive enough there as Albon sweeps around the outside and makes the move work. So we're still P8. Both AlphaTauris holding on, but Russell's challenging for P2, it looks like. We've got a bit of side-by-side action here, but it looks like everyone's going to just about slot in single file as Russell gets second place just ahead. So that's not good news for us in the Drivers' Championship. Of course, the Constructors has been wrapped up now. So it's me versus George. There's no team orders here. You know, the gloves are well and truly off. So we need to try and make some progress, and this could be an opportunity now into the hairpin. Let's see what kind of late braking we have. We're going to go down the inside of Alex Albon here, picking up the inside line. Alex still there, but we're just about going to edge it on acceleration, and we move up into 7th place. So there we go, job done. That's 1 place already. Let's see if we can get past Leclerc here, running a bit wider spoon and getting a bit of understeer on the front end. I've not used a lot of ERS. We may be able to use and dump it. Here we go. Look at the speed we've got on the Ferrari as we blast past Charles Leclerc even before 130. We're going to get the run on Hamilton as well here into the final chicane. into the Casio triangle, around the outside we go. Oh, what a beautiful double overtake. Easy work. And the car really, really quick on the straight. There we go. P5 for us. And a great first lap in the end. So we're already well in the mix. We've got Bottas up ahead, so let's try and hunt him down. We should have the fastest car here today, so let's see how this goes. A little bit hot on the brakes there. No lock up, just pushing a bit too much. Having said that, let's see what kind of pace we've got. Russell 25.8, we're saying 26.2.
Being enabled this lap, we can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
So we're slightly off the pace. I'm also using a bit more fuel than I'd like. That's okay though, we're in the mix, that's all that matters. And we are where we need to be. Gap to Russell, 48 points in the championship. Target of course is to do damage limitation or try and outscore George if possible. Personal best, purple final sector. That final sector is very strong. Meanwhile, Russell challenging for the race lead here. I just saw him trying to put a move on Daniel Kvyat to turn 1. The AI are very, very dodgy around here to the first corner when it comes to making an overtake. They do some weird stuff sometimes, so we'll keep an eye on it. I'm getting closer, but still no DRS for me. We're getting pretty close to picking up the fastest lap as well, as Russell does go for another attempt on Kvyat to turn 1. I'm waiting for something to happen. I think there's going to be a big crash or some damage or something. It just doesn't look pretty from where I'm watching. Okay, good news. This time we are going to have DRS, as we're well within range of Bottas here. So let's see how this one goes. This should be spicy. Hopefully we'll try and get him. It seems like my straight on speed is pretty good, so I want to make sure I use that. Oh, Bottas gets a bit loose as well out there. For good measure, this could be it straight away. First time of asking.
New strategy is available on the MFD.
I'm not really interested right now as we go side by side to turn 1. Trying to leave a bit of room for Valtteri. We go around the outside though, all the way around. Valtteri's still there though, but we've got the inside into the S's. And there we go. Lovely move. Let's check the strategy out.
Confirmed.
We'll go the new one. Why not? Listen to what the game says. Bottas right on my gearbox here, but we should be able to keep him behind. Well, something I didn't expect today. It's going to be 97 Racing versus Alphatauri for the race win. Honda Power in the top 4 in Honda's home race as we match our personal best again. So that's the situation. Russell Kvyat again side by side to turn 1. But Kvyat hangs on, he's still keeping onto that lead. I'm in a bit of a DRS train at the minute, which is making it a bit difficult for me to really make a difference in the straight, so we may have to try something different soon. Ooh, quite close to stroll through here. If I can get the drive, we may be able to challenge up into spoon curve. Look at this, getting the run. Thought about it, but wasn't quite able to get by there. The Alphatauri is very good on the straight, I've noticed this before. But let's try and put a bit of pressure on, maybe full stroll into a bit of an error. That would be pretty decent. I want to try and get to the back of Russell as soon as possible. Here we go through 130R. Do I dare send it on the brakes? Oh, I thought about it. I really did. I'm pretty good on the brakes through there as we get a bit loose on that curb. Trying to get the traction. Can we get Stroll here into turn 1 maybe? It's going to be close. We've got the speed. Russell's going for it as well. Oh, it's so tight. We're having a look. So close. Bit of contact on the exit into the S's. Oh, we're still side by side. This is quality racing. I'm trying to concentrate. I'm mixing up my words. Wow. Whew. And breathe. I am tempted to try the move into the hairpin. So, well, the chicane. I'm going to try. Russell's actually going for a move on Kvyat here. So this is an important overtake for us. We're going to try and go for it this time. Down the inside into the Casio triangle. Side by side, we're going to go the long way round.
Be aware, we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
We get the traction, and we're ahead for now.
We're approaching.
Look at this. Look at the speed. None of these guys have DRS. Oh, we go down the inside of Russell, though, and we've made it work. The aggression pays off, and we're up into P2. You love to see it. What a brilliant move. Just Kvyat remains. He's still hanging on to that race lead. Doing a quality job so far. We're going to try and get him though this lap if we can. Here we go. We're going to line up Kvyat for the move. Into the chicane. Just going to take it nice and easy. Wind it up nicely. And Kvyat pits. Perfect timing on that one. That's going to release me to clean it. There we go. So we now lead the race. Let's see how this goes for us. Let's see if George pits. I think he should be. I'm expecting him to. And he does. There we go.
George is coming in for his stop.
Yep, so we're going to pit this lap. That's the plan.
Pit window open. Let's box this lap.
Need to push it. This lap is important. But I am struggling a little bit on tyres. Should have maybe pit that lap. But once I committed to that strategy change, I knew I had to stick with it. Here we go. Let's pit for the medium tyres. Everyone's going on to the hards, so we're going to have an advantage here. It's just all about this pit entry. Going to take it very cautiously. Don't want to throw nothing away. There we go. Being safe. Russell's stuck in traffic behind De Vries for quite a while, actually. So I think I might be okay here. I may be able to actually stay in front because of it. It's going to be close. We need a good stop from the boys.
Go now.
2.9. It's not good. This is going to be close, but I think actually we're going to be okay. Oh, wow.
No more scheduled pit stops.
We're well clear. Miles clear. It's not even close. There we go. So that's worked out beautifully. Everyone held up by traffic, and we're on the mediums now. Lovely stuff. All right. And we're out of DRS range just about, so let's crack on with this. What a turnaround. Absolutely insane. Okay, I'm just understeering off the track there. Not sure what's going on. My tyres okay? Yeah, the tyres are fine. Just got so much understeer there. That was so strange. Purple middle sector. We're on for a fastest lap here. Let's see if we can secure it. At the final corner. Lovely bit of traction. Not my best final sector, but there we go. That's going to be enough for a 25.4. Gotta say, Russell's pace is very good because I'm dropping everyone behind him, but he's pulling away. And to be fair, he's not a million miles off my pace, so Russell is pushing. He's trying to hang on here. I'm having to respond. I don't have a lot more pace. I'm also quite marginal for fuel. But Russell's just staying there. I can't seem to drop him. Bottas, new fastest lap. I'm only 3/10 off my PB, but the AI are pushing. Those hard tyres obviously hanging on a bit better than these. I'm starting to kind of drop off a little bit. I'm trying to keep the pace up, but the AI are pushing on, and I think because Bottas is pushing, Russell's trying to respond. I've just managed to keep Russell outside of the 1 second barrier. I've got enough straight line speed on this straight to drop him, but he did get within a second out of Spoon, so he's closing in here. I'm trying to push on a bit, but I am struggling a little bit for pace now. Oh no, I'm pushing too much now. I'm overdoing it. I'm matching my personal best, but Russell's pushing as well. He's got good pace. I think this is it. I think Russell will get DRS this lap. He's pushing. I can tell by the delta it's not going up as much as it usually does. There's the detection point. So he is within range. I'm currently on for a personal best, so I haven't really got much more pace in the tank. This has been a pretty good lap for me, actually. Across the line. And we do get the fastest lap, but Russell responds at 24.8. That is a huge lap from George. I don't think I've got that kind of pace. Oh, I'm struggling a lot now. On for a personal best currently. Let's see if we get it back. I've lost a bit of time through the final chicane, actually. Luckily, though, we've got enough of a gap to George. We can keep him at bay. Bottas, new fastest lap. He's pushing on here. Oh, no, I think George is going for it. He's got his engine turned up. He's getting close. This is it. If we survive this, that could be it. Let's make sure we get the braking right into here. That's good. Yep. That's good. Tidy enough. That will work for me. Here we go then. Here comes George. Look at the speed we've got, though, on the straight. We keep him behind. We can do this all day. Fuel, though, got to be careful with that. Got to manage that fuel. Oh my god, Russell is flying. Look at the straight line speed. Trying to hold him back. Oh, a bit wide through there. Oh no, look at Russell. No, come on. We've got the speed, we've got the straight line speed, come on. Drain the battery. There we go, drain it. Just use it all. Into the final chicane. Easy does it. Easy. Oh my god. No. I'm out of ERS, Yes.
Great job. You've done everything we wanted today.
That's a spectacular victory then, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, Crofty, this was won through an abundance of speed and an abundance of skillful overtakes. Inside, outside, cutting underneath, we saw it all today. And it's really nice to see a Grand Prix won in that manner. A race, surely, that will satisfy the purists today, I think.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
Mate, I am sweating. I don't know if you can see on the webcam, but my face is like boiling hot. We had to work so hard for that. That was some classic, I haven't had it in a while, but that was some classic 110 Japan AI where they're so quick. Really just had to work hard to hang on to that. Bottas got in the mix as well at the very end. You can see he was half a second behind. And I ran out of ERS across the line. I used too much on the back straight, which meant I almost lost it across the line because ERS is so powerful now at this stage, so it makes a big difference when you have it and you don't have it. Either way, we just about hang on and keep Russell behind, so a big result for us here today. And crucially, none of us get the fastest lap, so Lance Stroll picks it up, so fair play to him. Fiat finishes P5 in the end, so all that running out front meant that he just drained his battery and had no performance at the end. Albon 6th with Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc and Gasly riding out the point scorers. Vettel misses out along with Magnussen, Ocon, Sainz, Perez, Norris, De Vries, Aitken, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Grosjean and Schumacher, so no retirements here today. We then look at the standings, and with I think 4 races to go, I think we've got USA, Mexico, Brazil and Abu Dhabi. Those 4 races are left, so with those 4 100 points to play for, we've got a 55-point lead over George Russell, so we push it back up over 2 race wins in terms of a margin, so that's really important. Constructors wise, we've already wrapped that one up, so no need to show you guys that, but there we go. That's it for the race here at Suzuka. We're now going to move into the main menu.
You and your teammate took the top 2 positions today. Have you got the best car out there?
I think you could argue that, and I think that's just the work of the team. You know, they've been fantastic all season long.
Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today?
To be fair, it wasn't too bad actually. I think the engine was really good today. We had a lot of good performance on the straight, and that always helps. So yeah, for sure that was a big factor.
Things are looking up after last week, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. You can definitely say that, and hopefully we'll keep going that way, and hopefully there's no issues with reliability.
A podium finish for your teammate. Will you be celebrating with them tonight?
I think, we'll be celebrating with the whole team, to be honest. Everyone's worked really hard.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Well, after the race, we look at our brand new rivalry, which I've actually selected for the bants, for a bit of banter really with Mick Schumacher. So this should be fairly one-sided, but I thought it was quite fitting because this might be the end of the series coming very soon. So I thought, why not end it in a rivalry versus my original teammate, Mick Schumacher. In terms of Acclaim, no real big changes. We then look at the cash sponsor payouts, and we get a full payout once again. So that is great. And finally, before we head off, no damage deduction, so over 100 grand in bonuses as well. Overall, it's going to mean we move up to $50 million. Here we are then, guys, back in the menu. First of all, we're going to renew our sponsorship with Pay Night, as of course I'm very happy with my current sponsors. Activities wise, we're going to go for some race simulations, of course, to try and improve Russell's pace and keep things competitive, because I want us to be in a fair fight and I want Russell at his best. Elsewhere, we're going to go to an F1 Esports event as well, and then finally a sponsor event to improve the team Acclaim. Now, with that done, we also had an upgrade arrive on the car, which was the ultimate upgrade we had planned. So we're going to add some more upgrades to the mix, and for this one, we're going to go to the aerodynamics. I'm going to go for a rear downforce upgrade first to improve rear stability. So we're going to get out in the car. That should arrive before the Mexican Grand Prix. So fingers crossed nothing goes wrong there. And we're going to extend our lead out front in terms of being the best team on the grid. But we can now skip ahead to the next race in USA. And with that said, guys, that is going to be it for today's episode of the My Team Career Mode. If you enjoyed it, snap a like on it and subscribe for more. Let's try and hit 800 likes, guys, for today's episode. That would really help me out. And finally, check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them. But guys, that's going to be it from me here today, and I'll see you all next time for the US Grand Prix. But until then, take care, and it's goodbye from me.